Hey guys, welcome back to CLOWNFISH TV. This is Kneon. I'm here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to cover the story about the Stormtrooper, the teenage girl dressed as a Stormtrooper in Canada, who was, on May the 4th, dropped to the ground. She had to drop her weapon. She was kind of accosted by the police. Everybody's talking about it. We didn't talk about it right away.
Well, I did an article on it a few days ago, as you can see, but we didn't do it on video.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about this now. We've had a lot of people ask us to talk about it. We're going to throw in some other Star Wars rumors, and I'm going to tell you, and we're going to disagree on this. The reason we don't cover everything Star Wars on this channel anymore is I personally don't give a shit.
Yeah, I mean, I care more than you do, but most is about, original trilogy and stuff like that. I don't really care about the new stuff so much.
Yeah, because there's been a lot of Star Wars news and non-news. Now, this is actually newsworthy. We didn't know if we wanted to go there because we're talking, stuff with the police and all that, but, I just don't really want to follow the blow-by-blow of Star Wars because it's just my own personal opinion is that, to me, I don't care. It's like more Star Wars rumors, blah, 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 whatever.
Yeah, they're going to ruin it. Who cares?
Yeah. Now, what is interesting, though, is, when we talk about, the power struggles going on at Disney, because it does probably explain how so many fans have gotten to this point where they don't care. So let's talk about this. The 19-year-old woman dressed as a Stormtrooper for May the 4th. The police were called, and it was awful. It was really awful.
Yeah. So yeah, apparently
she is crying.
It was a restaurant. It's a Star Wars themed restaurant, and it's in Canada. It's Cocoa Vanilla Galactic Cantina, and it's actually pretty cool inside. They have pictures inside. It's pretty neat. So for their May the 4th, they thought, let's dress up one of the characters, and I guess the costume's like a $1,200 costume.
Yeah, they're not cheap.
No, and the girl volunteered to do it. She's not even a Star Wars fan. So I think now she'll never be.
That's what the owner of the restaurant even said. I don't think she's ever going to be a Star
Wars. Not now. So she was outside walking, and apparently people called their 911 and said that she had a gun. Clearly she's, just in cosplay for May the 4th. The person on the video actually was there earlier and was joking with her. Oh, dance. He thought it was a guy, actually.
Yeah.
Show me your dance moves and, hey, do your Stormtrooper walk and stuff. And then she pointed the gun at him, though. So I'm like, they didn't call, but I'm wondering if she got the other people. And the police showed up. He got on video, but they're yelling at her to get down. The problem was a couple things. One, you can't move in those damn things.
No.
Let alone get face down on the ground. And two, she couldn't hear what they were saying. So they're yelling at her to get down. So she immediately drops the gun and gets on her knees like, look, I'm complying. And they kept screaming at her. She couldn't hear them. You even see at one point she's putting her hand up to her helmet like, I can't hear you. And then next thing you know, they have her flat down on the ground. I don't know. They don't have that on camera. Supposedly they pushed her down. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I saw her on the ground. We don't want to run the video in the, our video because there's always issues when we do that on YouTube. But
during this time, the guy that was filming stopped, and he's like, because you can hear screaming, and he's like, that's a girl. And he gets out, and he's like, the gun's plastic. It's a plastic gun. Her boss is yelling, it's a plastic gun. Meanwhile, the gun is actually away from her and in front of the officers who have guns on her, and they can see that it's a plastic gun, but they continue to do it.
And this is in Canada.
Now, to be fair, a couple weeks ago in Nova Scotia, they had that mass shooting.
Yeah.
So I can understand why they're being extra cautious. I get why they might be on edge and why they might have taken it a little too far, but it got taken too far.
Yeah, this is crazy because we're talking I know a lot of conventions are banning any kind of fake weapons.
Yeah, they've been for a while.
Yeah, now too. So you've got Stormtroopers with no weapons and Jedi with you still see lightsabers. I think anything that could be confused
lightsabers a lot of times don't have a blade on them. They just have there's like the hilt, so the handle.
Well, anything that could be confused for a real gun.
Right.
Yeah, this is bad though because they were talking to the restaurant owner. This is was Braley Whalen said that when she was told to drop the blaster, she did. Whalen said it was also difficult to move in a $1,200 costume, which he decided to use for promotion when showing Star Wars films to customers when it wasn't an option for May the 4th. So they're doing what they can do to celebrate May the 4th during shutdown.
Yeah, I think they're having curbside or something because people can't come in.
Trying to be good fans, trying to support the franchise, which has come under fire itself.
Trying to stay in business. And a teenage girl gets knocked to the ground. With a nosebleed.
And after
it was done, they don't press charges against her because it's not a real gun.
Oh my God, they're investigating these officers, aren't
if you
they?
go down, keep going down. The video's been taken down.
The video's gone. Okay.
That's interesting.
Whoopsie doopsie. Well, it's probably evidence. So.
Well, it's down, but they said that that's interesting, very much so. That they had put this up. I haven't checked it since, but they said they were initiating a investigation to the action of the officers who reported the complaint.
Yeah, that's not like. Look, Star Wars has come under fire lately. May the 4th was a cluster because they announced. The very last paragraph that Leslie Headland was getting her show, and then this happens. Not that it has anything to do with Disney, but still, it's like, man, what a freaking cluster it was.
I love this comment though. I left it up because it's funny. The same cops show up to a comic convention like, this is where the fun begins.
Yeah, right.
But there has been an update in the investigation. You can go ahead and read it then.
Yeah, this is coming from the lethbridgepolice.ca. That's how you know it's Canadian. Website, external agency. Oh, that's interesting. That's probably why the video's down. Yeah, external agency conducting service investigation in response to a number of media inquiries, I bet, regarding the process involving service investigation directed into the actions of several officers who responded to a firearms complaint on May the 4th. The matter has been assigned to an external agency. They talk about it. They talk about where it was, a stormtrooper costume carrying a firearm. The weapon was ultimately confirmed to be a fake firearm, and the female subject, who indicated she was an employee promoting a business, was not charged. The female sustained a minor injury, but did not require medical attention.
Yeah.
Then it hit the internet, and then all hell broke loose.
Yeah. So they said on May 5th, after reviewing the foundational information, including video circulating on social media, they notified the director of law enforcement, and they're going to review the matter and determine it was out of the scope of their serious incident response team. An independent provincial investigation agency could not do it, so they're directing it to another agency, external agency. No further comment be made at this time.
That's interesting. That's really interesting.
I want to see what the comments are. Let's see if there's any comments. We all know nothing will happen. Their side is justified. I get how you need to respond to a call about a firearm, but common sense when pulling up to the scene would have helped 100%.
Well, I guess well, no. You know what? Maybe because stormtroopers are problematic and, they encourage Yahtzeeism.
People joked about that, yeah.
You need to just punch every stormtrooper you can see until they get it through their thick helmets, that we will not tolerate stormtroopers in Canada.
They said this situation was escalated far beyond what it needed. Really? A stormtrooper? Really? Irrational response and terrified and humiliated person in the costume. And the way they responded to the store owner is appalling. It's unlikely to hear anything more about this. I agree. You're probably not going to hear another damn thing about it. And the video's been taken off, too, off of YouTube. But I think there's copies of it all over the place. It's
going to go down the memory hole, I think. I mean, obviously not for the girl who got tackled to the ground, but still.
You don't know she was tackled. That's the part of the video he's looking up and you don't see what actually happened.
Yeah.
Supposedly they pushed her, they knocked her down, but they don't actually show that in the video, so you can't say for sure.
Well, how would she get a bloody nose unless she was forcibly...
That's a stick. Why would she have a bloody nose?
I mean, she looks really
and
distraught.
She's screaming, because she can even see if you don't have the video up, but you can see in the video, she even puts her hand up to her head like, I
can't hear you.
Should I take my helmet off? I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. If I move, I'm going to get in trouble. And she's sitting there on her knees, like waiting patiently for them to do something, and they're yelling at her to get down. She cannot hear them to get down, nor can she probably get down in that costume.
Now, is this officer looking at her like...
Oh, and then I forgot to tell you the rest of if you saw the video too, what happened was when the guy in the truck that was filming it starts, or the vehicle that was filming it starts saying to them about, what's going on, it wasn't a fake gun. The one guy gets in the police truck, backs the truck up in front of where they are so he can't film it anymore.
Oh my God.
But that video is removed. But he actually backs the truck up and blocks the scene so that the guy can't film what they're doing.
Yeah, this is fishy as hell. This is Canada. Canada, you guys are supposed to be nicer.
Well, no, I mean, I understand. Okay, look, I'm going to be honest with you. Considering what happened a couple weeks ago, I totally understand why they were taking it seriously. But when they got there and saw the situation and saw the plastic gun, there was no need. Their gun was away from her. It was in front of the one officer. They could clearly see it was plastic, and they kept their guns drawn on her, screaming at her.
Yeah.
I mean... they just took it too far. I mean, I understand the response. It's warranted under the circumstances, but they took it too far.
So, I can't help but notice that they're wearing Han Solo's pants. That those are blood stripes.
No, they're not Han Solo's pants.
Those are what are they, Carillion blood stripes?
Well,
Is that what
obviously, she worked for the Empire. They had to take her down.
Yeah, right. I'm thinking that'll be their justification. It's like,
It's not going to be a justification.
We're rebels. We're just doing what we do.
No, they're not. That's not going to be their justification.
Yeah. So this is again a really bad thing to happen on May the 4th.
No, the poor girl wasn't even a Star Wars fan.
She wasn't. Well, she definitely isn't now.
She's like, she just wanted to do it because they said about someone dressing up. She's like, oh, I'll do it. You know, thought it'd be fun. Cosplay is always fun. Cosplay's not always fun.
Cosplay is not fun when it goes bad. So hopefully they get this sorted out. But yeah, I have a feeling it's going to go down the memory hole. I don't think that they expected the media attention.
Well, I think right now she's probably one of the most famous Stormtrooper cosplayers around right now. She's not even a Star Wars fan.
They should bring her into cons.
They should. They don't even say what her name is, so I don't think they ever said who she was.
No,
they just said they're trying to protect her identity.
Yeah.
They might have in other articles, but not the ones I saw. But you know, hey, there she was not a fan, and now she is probably the most famous Stormtrooper cosplayer.
Yeah. So there we go. That was pretty awful. We didn't cover it right away though. Again, you covered it on
I did
blog.
A couple days ago. I didn't know I took the video down.
Yeah, that's interesting. But so many people have asked us about it. They're like, "Aren't you going to cover this?"
Well, it's a good thing we didn't until now because the update was yesterday. Had we covered it sooner, we probably wouldn't have seen the update. So.
Yeah. So anyway, so other Star Wars stuff. Again, it's hard to get into. Like, I can't even keep the rumors straight anymore because I just kind of look at it and it's all like blah blah Star Wars mush.
Well, I'm trying to keep the rumors for this straight, the rumors for Disney straight, the rumors for Disneyland straight, the rumors for Disney World straight, the rumors for Cruise Line. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And for me, in my head, is just like
Yeah. So they're already throwing out rumors that Boba Fett's going to make an appearance in The Mandalorian in season 2 because of course he is.
Yeah, I'm like, I was surprised he wasn't in season 1.
Yeah, I was surprised too. But then I gotta wonder, like, how are you going to do this? Because do you want The Mandalorian to out Boba Fett? You know, because you built Boba Fett up to be like the ultimate bounty hunter, Mandalorian, whatever, and now how do you do? Like, which Mando is the best Mando?
Yeah, that's a good point.
So I don't know, but then there are some theories out there that it's not actually Boba Fett, but another clone. It could be Captain Rex.
I have heard that rumor as well.
I mean, that's the thing, because now that you introduce the fact that Boba Fett's a clone, there's, thousands and thousands of...
Or maybe it could be another one that has, a number assigned to it or something, Maybe if they just cloned another person. Who knows?
Yeah, because then I'm like, well, then you're going to undo... So I don't know if Boba Fett... Okay, so they scrapped the expanded universe. Boba Fett did claw his way out of the Sarlacc pit.
Yeah, that was in the books, yes.
Yeah, but now, is he still dead in the Disney universe? I don't know.
I have no idea. I mean, at this point...
Does it matter?
I would say they may care, but I know they do because they really want Boba Fett to come back. But I'm also like... But again, classic trilogy.
Yeah.
But again, I'm just like, darn well they're going to find a way to make this a mess.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, they're already bringing Ahsoka into it, supposedly. And I'm like, okay, this is where I'm kind of... Because it's like I understand Dave Filoni's involved, but now at this point we're just kind of making it a live-action version of the cartoons because we're bringing the characters in from the cartoons. I get that they're all supposed to be canon and all that, but
it's Disney, so live-action versions of every cartoon ever is about right.
Maybe she'll have a musical number. It'll be like a Disney princess.
No, they don't do the musical numbers unless you're like Max Rebo or something. But I'm just saying, of course they're going to do that because it's Disney, and that's all they do anymore. Hey, we're going to live action Winnie the Pooh. It's like, you already live action. You pointed out.
Yeah.
Winnie the damn Pooh.
Why are they doing another live action Winnie the Pooh when they just did a live action Winnie the Pooh and nobody went to go see it?
But apparently, they're going to live action this, and they're live actioning that, and they're, live actioning everything they can possibly live action. It's just over the top, and now this. Now, people kind of figured it was Boba Fett before this. I'd heard this before because the shadow and the cape and then the sounds in the background remind people of Boba Fett. So, this was not a new idea.
No, I mean, look, if you're going to have a show called The Mandalorian, it only takes place a couple of years after Return of the Jedi.
Because they were going to do a Boba Fett movie and they didn't. That's where the Mandalorian came from.
Yeah, it was supposed to be the Boba Fett movie. Oh, this is what they'll do. So they'll introduce...
It's a female Boba Fett?
Well, not Sabine Wren. They're going to bring her and Ahsoka. I guess they're going to...
Oh, I know. I'm just saying, they're gonna swap Boba Fett in some way. They'll have to find some way to agenda swap Boba Fett in something.
Yeah, right. Take the helmet off, and yeah, it's a woman underneath. Like she assumed the identity of Boba Fett after Boba Fett got eaten by the Sarlacc.
Right.
Died like a punk ass bitch. You know, because we gotta make sure that the Disney Mando is better.
That was one thing
than
people
Boba Fett.
really had a problem with Return of the Jedi was the way they took the Boba Fett went down like that. They're like, really? But then again, they didn't really say much about him in Empire. It was just like the lore just expanded around him, and then the books and everything.
Well, I did learn. I did an article on John Silvestri, who is the animator of.
Oh, that's
Boba
right.
Fett.
They had the animated show.
Yeah, and I've had a chance to talk to John off and on over the last couple months, and apparently Boba Fett was supposed to be a major villain in Empire, and they cut his screen time down.
I got that vibe, because I mean they made such a big deal about him. I mean it was like really pushing him, and then there was like.
Yeah, in the holiday special, like they made a big deal. But kind of reminds me.
Birthday enemy dead. You know.
Right, but It kind of reminds me of what they did with General Grievous in the animated Clone Wars, the 2D animated Clone Wars. They made him out to be a complete badass, and then in the movie, I'm like, dude just like coughs and wheezes and goes out like a punk ass bitch, you know? I'm
what
like,
is it with you on the term punk ass bitch?
Punk ass bitch. That's the next Star Wars episode
You're
10.
insulting bitches.
I'm insulting punks.
Or you're insulting asses. I mean,
I could be insulting all three of them.
Insulting all of
I hate everybody equally. I don't discriminate. So episode 10. Punk ass bitch.
No.
What would the text scroll be like for that? That would
have been episode, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, that's Kylo Ren. That is Kylo Ren's.
God, yeah, he started having like a big baby throwing temper tantrums.
That is Kylo Ren's Disney Plus series name. Working title: Punk Ass Bitch. Starring Adam Driver as Kylo Ren.
It's sad because Adam Driver. I actually like Adam Driver.
He seems like a pretty good guy, but you can only do what you. I mean, it's same with Jar Jar, with Ahmed Best. Like, he seems like a really cool guy, but the character he was given was like, what the hell?
I like Kelly Marie Tran too. Every time you saw her, she was just so dang excited to be part of the Star Wars universe at first. And she was you just wanted to hug her because she was so excited and so cute, and she was just so happy. And then their character was so shit, and it wasn't really her fault, but she took the brunt of it. More exaggerated by some outlets than what it actually probably was. But I felt bad for her. Like, on my best, I felt bad for him. It's not his fault that that's what George Lucas chose for the voice.
He said multiple times that he had like 20 different voices, and that's the one George Lucas went with.
Yeah.
You know, the dopiest, stereotypical voice he could do. Yeah. But he's like, I did what I was told. He was paying the bills. So what are you gonna do?
You can't really blame the actors when they're given that to work with. It's not their fault. But yeah, okay. Anyway, get back on the point. We got derailed by punk ass bitch.
I'm padding this video.
You're gonna need a t-shirt now. It says punk ass bitch
in the Star Wars font.
Oh my god.
Punk ass bitch. Episode 10. So I don't know. Even the Mandalorian. Like, I like the Mandalorian, but I just have this. Really, I have a bad feeling about this. I think season 2 is going to be, they're going to ramp it up. Like they kind of eased us in with nostalgia, like they did with The Force Awakens, and then they dropped the ball.
But to be fair, you kept saying the whole way through the Mandalorian you had a bad feeling about this, and they were gonna ruin it at some point, and then it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, but now that Baby Yoda's making lots of money.
Baby Yoda is what I'm worried about.
He's going to be the Urkel of the Mandalorian.
That's what I'm concerned about too, because Baby Yoda they're like pushing that like so hard.
He's going to like force choke a punk ass bitch, and then he's going to be like, did I do that?
They kind of implied, when he was taking on, when he was kind of like going after Cara Dune there for a bit,
He's going to turn to the dark side.
They're implying that he could, I think. So, I don't know. I know apparently the new rumor is he was a lot cuter and they had to make him less cute. So he wasn't the star, and it's like he still was a star anyway. No, I'm serious. Go look it up. There's articles out there, which I didn't cover, that they had to make him less cute because he was too cute.
How do they do that? They like beat him with an ugly stick or something?
I don't know, because he's still damn cute. So
it's like Yoda's cane just like, stop it, you're too cute. Just throw this puppet down the stairs a couple times. Make him look like Sloth from the Goonies.
They had to tone down the cuteness.
All right. Well, they did in the Build-A-Bear doll, because you got the Build-A-Bear.
He's creepy.
He looks like an alien from like Close Encounters.
And his eyes are like, they look like his eyes from the puppet, but it's kind of creepy in person.
It doesn't. Yeah, he's got dead black eyes.
It does look like an alien.
He looks like. I mean, he is
an alien, but
like an alien from like Close Encounters or something. I don't know. So what did we learn today? Yeah, if you see stormtroopers walking down the street, please don't abuse them.
Unless they have a railgun.
Well, that's what people are worried about. They're worried about it at comic conventions.
Someone had to show up in a Stormtrooper costume with a real gun now because everybody's afraid to mess with it because of this.
Right, like, oh, I'm the Punisher. I got my machine gun.
In the U.S., I don't know if they still do it, but then they used to have the tips painted a different color.
Canada, I
don't know if they have to do that over there. Here, they had to, but they still have to? I don't know.
I don't know. I've heard differing things about the orange tip rule.
Well, anybody knows, comment in the comments, and hopefully we'll see it, because I don't even know.
I just know that because of the orange tip rule, that the classics Megatron, when they brought the classic Transformers out, looked absolutely ridiculous because he was actually based on a Nerf gun with an orange tip. And I'm like, this isn't freaking Megatron.
No.
He doesn't look.
Well, I was thinking too, like, what would stop someone from taking a real gun and just painting the end of it?
Apparently there are real guns with orange. I mean, yeah, you can do whatever. Yeah, just be like, oh.
I mean, I'm assuming maybe it's going to do with the way it fires. I can't think it would, though.
I don't know. I thought like air rifles had. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just valid question.
I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna wrap this one up. There's your Star Wars news for today. I just don't really know if I care anymore.
Yeah.
But you do. But
I care more than you, but I really don't care about the new stuff. I just want good stuff. I guess where I'm at now is I like the classics. Mandalorian I don't think is that bad. And I just really, really want good movies and good shows. And I'm concerned about some choices being made that, we're going to get basically a shit show, because everybody's saying about we don't like women. I like Cara Dune quite a bit. I thought Cara Dune was awesome. I thought there was it was great because it wasn't like she had to belittle anyone to raise herself up, and nor did I feel like she was considered she was being Mary Sued or made to be the stronger and better than everyone. I didn't get that vibe.
Yeah.
And I liked her because she was done in a way that it just worked and it fit, and it was just good storytelling, and she was a great character. And I want to see more of that and less of the agenda bullshit, which we know we're getting with Leslie Headland, because she already said we were getting it with Leslie Headland.
Yeah, and the High Republic, I think, is going to be a pure shit show.
Oh, I 100% agree with you.
I think it's
just the character for the book, the character write-ups. And she's the bestest at everything, and he's the smartest, bestest at everything, and they're the best teacher. And here's the one who's really, really fantastically gifted at everything, but doesn't know it yet. She don't know she's beautiful.
She does the science.
She lights up the world like nobody else, but she doesn't know she's beautiful.
There you go.
Right.
Anyway, gonna wrap this one up?
Yep.
Okay, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Okay.
Hey guys, thanks for watching Clownfish TV. Please consider supporting the channel. Go to clownfishsupport.com. That's clownfishsupport.com. And if you want to join our community, go to clownfishtalk.com. That's clownfishtalk.com. Please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We will talk to you next time.